Hey, First UMC Allen family, Pastor Mary Beth here. I want to tell you this morning I was on a walk with our dog, Honey. We walk most mornings usually to Bethany Lakes Park, which is in our neighborhood. And we almost always see Joe and Addie. Addie is a golden retriever, and we stop for a few minutes to have a bit of a chat before heading onto the park. But this morning I saw someone else. They looked vaguely familiar, but they were wearing kind of a big hat, and I wasn't really quite sure who they were. But my dog doesn't really like other dogs except for Addie, and so I stepped out into the street so we wouldn't have an encounter. But the walker called out to me and said, "Hey, it's Mary Beth, right? Chuck here." And I realized it was Mr. Chuck, who I had met on the sidewalk a few weeks earlier with his little dog, Bianca. And so we stopped to talk, and he asked me how we were liking the neighborhood and how our kids like the Allen schools. And I learned that he's lived in his house in our neighborhood since 1997, and that he and his wife are celebrating 60 years of marriage tomorrow. And then, kind of out of the blue, he said to me, "So you're associated with First United Methodist Church?" And for just a second, I thought, how does he know that? And then I remembered that yesterday, we put this sign in our front yard. You know, a number of years ago, pastors talked a lot about our mission fields, and most experts/consultants would have told you then that a church's mission field is the 1-mile radius around the church building, and that a church should know who the people are in that mission field and their needs. Well, since the pandemic began, I've been thinking differently about mission fields. And I've been wondering if one of the new things that God is doing is calling each one of us to a personal mission field. Our personal mission field doesn't have to be 1 mile wide. A personal mission field can be our own homes, or the neighbor across the street, or next door, or 6 houses down and around the curve, which is where Mr. Chuck and his wife and Bianca live. I think what might have happened yesterday or this morning when Mr. Chuck and Bianca walked by our house and saw this sign in the front yard is that it told him a little something about the people who live in this house that he and Bianca walk by fairly often. And it seems to have compelled him to take our conversation to a place beyond just chat about dogs and the weather. I'm hoping to take the conversation a little deeper the next time I encounter Mr. Chuck on the sidewalk with Bianca. And I'm also hoping that the sign in my front yard tells my neighbors something about me, about who I am, about what I value, and about how I strive to live and move in our neighborhood, my personal mission field. So if you're interested in having one of these signs, we're asking $3 just to cover the cost of the sign. We'll have them available at Morning Watch this Sunday morning at 8:30, or you can stop by the church during office hours, which right now are Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Or if you're someone who's sticking close to home and you're not getting out much, let us know. You can email Allison Thomas, allisont@fumcallen.org, and we will deliver one of these signs to your front yard for your mission field. Because see, here's the thing. I am the church. You are the church. We are all the church, wherever we are, in our neighborhoods, in our homes, in the mission fields that God is sending each one of us to. I'm praying for you. I hope you're praying for me. Shalom.